We are currently hiking on a section of the Fiery Gizzard Trail that also needs to be rerouted. We've called this part Phase 2, whereas many of y'all helped with Phase 1. You will not be able to use this section of trail anymore. We're having to have it rerouted. It is a beautiful section of trail, however the trail that we are building to reroute around this property is going to be even more beautiful. A little more rugged, but it's going to have a couple more waterfalls, some beautiful cliff overlooks. It's just going to be the best reward for anyone hiking the Fiery Gizzard. Over to the right is Ravens Point, one of the more famous overlooks of the Fiery Gizzard Trail. Phase 1 of the trail reroute came out just behind Ravens Point, down into the Gulf, McAlloy Branch, back up.
Phase 2, like Phase 1, is dropping off of the plateau down into one of these little side coves and then back up the other side of the creek to rejoin the existing trail. The second phase will involve yet another waterfall that the public hasn't had access to before. Overall, the second phase will be a little bit longer. We won't be dropping down as far into the canyon as we did on Phase 1. So it won't be as steep of an incline and decline as Phase 1. We're going to follow the flagging, which I flagged yesterday, as a possible switchback to below the bluff. The other option is to hug the bluff, which is extremely steep. So in either of these cases, this is going to be steep too. We're going to be doing rock work for our drop here. So we were lucky on half of the first reroute, first phase. We had an ample supply of stone that we could quarry our rock steps out of. This section here, there's not a lot of usable stone up above. There's plenty 100 feet down, but how are you going to get that up? We got a grant from the Lyndhurst Foundation out of Chattanooga, and with this money, we are purchasing sandstone, fieldstone, just like you see in the field here, just down the road, and that way we can move it in from the top and use gravity and just kind of slide it right down into place. So like we're at here, it's steep, we're gonna need some rock steps here, but we have easy access from that old logging road right up above that we can move our material down into place. The next step is to cut a rough corridor to make it safe for the volunteers and the trail builders to get through and start actually cutting the trail. So things like this tree, large bushes, that's the first step to kind of create the corridor. And then the next step will be to actually cut into the earth to make that slightly level walking path. This is some rough terrain, loose rocks, this loose scree field we're on. We're going through, about to go through a big thicket of hemlock, and no one in their right mind would want to hike this. Once we clear the corridor and cut the trail, it's amazing how much easier it is to walk. So once the volunteers come out and do what they do, it turns into a leisurely, beautiful hike. A lot of planning the route is finding cool features like a really pretty sandstone face and routing the trail around said feature. You don't want to just get from A to B the fastest you can. You want some variety. You want the hikers to really enjoy the trip and remember it. So, and this second phase of the reroute is that. There are lots of really interesting features. The trail will go by interesting plant communities. When the volunteers come down to help out, if someone has a good idea that maybe the trail right here should go upslope of the tree instead of downslope, we always take those into consideration. The creek and the waterfall, we have to get around. So we're considering a bridge down low or going behind the upper waterfall. We're still in the kind of thought process phase. Either way we go, this is going to be a beautiful spot for people to enjoy.
If you want to help with the endeavor that is rerouting the Fiery Gizzard, you can do that at any point throughout 2016. Every Saturday, beginning at 9 a.m., we meet at the Grundy Forest parking lot there in Tracy City, the northern terminus of the Fiery Gizzard Trail. And you'll meet Ranger Jason Reynolds or myself, Ranger Park Greer, and we'll head out from there. We do advertise our hikes through Meetup, either the Nashville, the Chattanooga, or the Friends of South Cumberland hiking meetups. The things that you'll need to bring, definitely bring water. Lots of water, snacks, a lunch. Will normally work until about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Make sure that you have good, sturdy footwear. Boots are recommended. Gloves, work gloves if you have them. Safety glasses. If you have a favorite tool, such as a Maddox or a pickaxe or anything like that, be sure to bring that. But we will provide everything for the reroute. We have all the come-alongs, we have the grip hoists, we have the shovels, the Maddox, the Pulaskis, but if you just have something you want to bring, go ahead and bring it out. I do want to thank every single volunteer, whether you've come out for a day or you've come out for a month straight. Thank you for all the work that you've put in rerouting the Fiery Gizzard.